you ever stare up at the stars at night wondering what's out there? Well, that's us. That's where we go.
I trust you're still satisfied with your choice to join Constellation, Noelle?
Absolutely, Sarah. I've never regretted the decision.
Just making sure. Bright young girl like you, there are no shortage of opportunities.
There are days that are tough, sure. But if I weren't here, I wouldn't even know about all the incredible things we're discovering. That was intense, wasn't it?
我以为你不能说话呢。
Sorry, this must all be a little overwhelming for you right now. I guess a lot overwhelming, now that I think about it. I'm Noelle. It's really nice to meet you. And thank you for bringing the artifact to us.
你从事这些研究多久了？
Well, Constellation's been around forever, more than 50 years now. But we only became aware of the artifacts recently. Barrett discovered the first one about 2 years ago, right under our noses. And he was the one who got this all in motion. It's a shame he isn't here to see this.
他不是还在我的矿工心上吗？你觉得我看到的这些异象是怎么回事？
Oh, right, that. If we're approaching this rationally, I suppose we'd call them visual and auditory hallucinations. What you perceived as lights and music could be overloaded neural input, your brain's attempt to make sense of something, an energy surge, some other phenomenon.
巴雷特也看到了东西。
He did. At the time, well, it's Barrett. We weren't sure if he was kidding around.
啊，但巴雷特是一个很逗的人，我觉得他是有意义的。
Sure, I'm not trying to suggest otherwise. I wasn't there when it happened. I'm just thinking it through. That's okay. Now that this has happened to both you and Barrett, we can know to maybe expect it in the future. Be a little more prepared. We're all in this together now, right?
我想了解神器以外的探索工作。
Of course. There's plenty of planets out there that no one has ever set foot on, and everything we learn about them is valuable. We have a board where we post anything specific we're looking for. A type of alien flora or fauna, or a planet with a specific quality, like if it's primed to have life but doesn't yet.
哦，群星组织任务版，感觉你非常了解这些神器。
Oh gosh, no. I mean, that's flattering, but really, we're making this up as we go. Until you arrived, we only had the two, and the vaguest sense that there was something more at work. There's still so much we don't know, and that means a lot of work ahead of us.
如果要我做些什么协助你的研究，就告诉我。
Well, right now, nothing's off the table. Metallurgical analysis, chemical composition. I'm looking at everything. One thing I'm really trying to improve is my overall database of xenobiology. I don't know if it will help in this case, but the more we know about, well, everything, the better off we are, right? Speaking of, if you're going to be out there looking for more artifacts, you're bound to come across some interesting specimens.
任何有机物都
Anything
行。
organic, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
好的，有机物资源能对神器研究有什么帮助？
I can't be certain that they will, but more data points are always a good thing. I don't want to rule out
确实是越多
anything
越
that
好。
could provide a breakthrough. And if it sweetens the deal, I can pay. Pretty well, too. Walter's pockets may not be bottomless, but they are pretty deep.
萨拉说有个地方能让我住。
Planning on sticking around then? Good.
我要留下
I
来
think
喽
we。can find a spot for you. And along the way, I can give you the very abbreviated tour.
真的吗？
Right. So you've seen the library, obviously.
看到了。
Walter's quite proud of the collection, but Mateo has made more than a few contributions.
Mateo，
Gardens are out the doors there, if you need a
花
moment
园。
of quiet contemplation. Emphasis on the quiet part, at least usually. Let's head upstairs.
来了。
Sebastian Banks, Constellation's founder, had this place built decades ago. It was a big to-do at the time, but most people in the city have forgotten we're here.
10年前建的。萨拉，你等会儿啊，我先跟他转一转我们的群星组织。哦，这是个投掷板。
So this is the bar. Usually no tender, so help yourself, within reason, of course. Now let's see about that room. You're in luck. We were almost at max occupancy already, but there's still one room up for grabs. It's been nice having the place so full.
你们不就10个人吗？那房间看来不多哎，因为本身没想到有这么多人，是吧？这是吗？这是我的房间。
Okay, this'll be you. Common room on one
哦，公共
side,
休
so
息室
that'll
在
be
这一
quiet,
边。
and Mateo on the other side, so maybe a little less quiet. I'm sure Sarah has something planned for each of us, so I'd better get back to it. Don't want to keep her waiting too long. Enjoy!
好的。
So, are you ready to get to work? Or was there something else?
对于神器，你们知道些什么？
Not much, but you've seen them for yourself. It doesn't take a lot to realize we're dealing with something extraordinary. Just what that is, we'll have to figure out. It's what we do.
平行组织的名气有多大？
I don't know what you've heard, but I can imagine. First of all, I think you can dismiss any stories about us no longer existing. I don't believe in smearing our name everywhere we can. Exploring the universe, charting the unknown, that's what counts. Besides, having a little mystery gives us room to maneuver. A fixed reputation could fence us in a lot of ways.
什么是群星组织？你们都做什么？
We're explorers. Humanity has always hunted for knowledge in the unknown. We just take that a little more seriously than others. We were founded decades ago by a man named Sebastian Banks. He wanted a small group of people from all corners of the settled systems dedicated to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. Another great secret the universe is asking us to unravel.
准备就绪，走。
We're going to be doing some old-fashioned detective work. The artifacts are relatively inert once they're out of bedrock. That means people can pass them around, not even knowing what they are. I've been letting my contacts know to be on the lookout for strange metal objects. Get back a lot of
联
noise,
殖先锋
usually,
队的线
but
索
a tip from the UC Vanguard sounds promising.
其他人也持有神
We
器。
have to assume that we're not the only ones to have stumbled into this mystery. But most people aren't going into space looking for the unknown. They're looking for places to settle, resources to extract, territory to defend. An odd-looking rock or a single strange hunk of metal wouldn't mean much to them. That's why Constellation exists, in a way, to put pieces like this together.
联殖先锋队
A volunteer force that helps defend the edges of United Colonies space. They're always looking for recruits. Lots of retired veterans and dangerous professionals mixed in with part-timers who barely have a laser cannon welded to a hull. My contact is in the recruiting office, so he hears a lot about what the volunteers are up to.
确实，这是我的第一个任务。
Felt the same way when I started too. There's an electricity in the air when you know you're about to uncover something. But it's not just that. I want to take this opportunity to see how you handle yourself, and for you to learn more about us. I'm going to be sticking with you for
你
this.
跟着我吗？好啊
We'll。be traveling together until we either find an artifact or this lead runs dry.
说到底，我有什么好处可拿？群星组织发工资吗？
You mean besides the ship, the robot, and a place to stay all rent-free?
免租金。
We do
好
have
哎。
some funds we can disperse from time to time. Not to mention, I think we can get you a proper suit.
哦，
We're
真的吗？
explorers. We keep a lot of equipment on hand for that purpose. So the more you work with us, the more we can share
好
what we
的
have.
那你跟着我吧。
We'll need to head to Mast. Check in with the Vanguard recruiting office where my contact works.
哦，好
And
的。
listen, whatever you were before or whatever you do once you're out there, I don't care.
I don't care.
So long as you don't bring UC security to our doorstep. Every member of Constellation is their own conscience. Understood? I mean, Constellation has a roster of members who haven't always been on the right side of their respective society. We're risk takers. Some of us have seen the inside of a jail cell more than once. If you join us, it means you're committed to our mission. In exchange, we give you latitude in your
尽你所
choice of
能。
means.
明白。
Good. Let's take a little stroll through New Atlantis, shall we?
你是怎么知道维特拉身上有神器的？
You can thank Barrett for that, if he's still around to thank when this is all said and done.
他还在那个矿场
Honestly,
上。
he took this seriously before any of us. It was at his urging that we started doing deep space scans. I will admit, it was something of a shock to see Barrett taking anything seriously.
建议我问你一些私人问题吗？
No, it's fine.
可以
Go
问的
ahead.
吗？除了探险之外，你还有什么其他的爱好吗？
Exploration is my entire life. I consider it both a career and recreation. That being said, I will make a confession.
好的，
But you have to promise to keep it between us.
好的，我会的。
Before I graduated from school,
哇
I
哦，
was in a band. And no, I don't
它是
mean
摇
the
滚乐。
school band.
酷哦，
I mean a rock band.
好酷
We
哦。
called ourselves Ironic Comet. A ridiculous name, I know. But we were just a bunch of teenagers getting together and having fun. And before you ask, no, I wasn't the
是
lead
鼓
singer.
手。
I actually played the drums. The
帅
band
哦。
never really went anywhere, of course, but those were good times, and I remember them
好酷
fondly.
哦。你觉得自己的专业领域是什么？
You mean apart from being the chair of
5年
Constellation for the past
主席。
5 years? Well, let's see.
牛啊！
I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration,
植物
my
学。
area of expertise is botany.
乱吃。
So don't worry, I won't let you eat anything that might put you
我
in the
乱吃，你能救
hospital.
我吗？你信什么宗教吗？
My parents considered
哦，
themselves
启
to
蒙
be
者。
enlightened, but their lives were so busy they rarely pursued their beliefs. By the time I was old enough to start questioning these things, the idea of following any organized religion was almost an afterthought. It's not that I don't want to believe in anything, it's that my scientific mind is often at odds with my spiritual center.
理性和感性
Having
嘛。
been out there, in the Starfield, seeing all those magnificent wonders with my own eyes, I need answers, not religious theory. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but don't worry. While we're on this journey together, I fully intend to respect your religious beliefs.
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment,
我有
you
吗？
may proceed inside. Yes? You needed something?
你的工作是什么？
I'm one of Mast's resource officers. It's my job to ensure those here on official business get where they're going promptly, and that any rule breaking is dealt with swiftly.
这是什么地方？
This is Mast, the beating heart of the United Colonies. Every decision made in the civilized galaxy takes place inside these walls.
我在找工作，你知道有谁缺人手吗？
The Vanguard should be able to provide you with work
好的。
going forward.
谢谢您，
Stay safe.
谢谢您。你好，
Sarah, good to see you. Who's your friend?
Hopefully Constellation's newest member. Thought I'd run through some legwork together.
Another space explorer. Hey, you ever think of joining up with the Vanguard? Help the United Colonies, earn some credits, even get your
可
UC
以。
citizenship?
先锋队是什么？
United Colonies volunteer fleet. Independent captains enlist, get to use their own ships, and the UC provides them with sustained work and credits. And put in your time, and you're guaranteed UC citizenship and everything that comes with it. Discounts on
可以买
UC
房
goods
子
and
哎。
medical services, chance to own a place in New Atlantis. Only way a
真的吗？
foreign captain could even dream of seeing those sorts of benefits. So, you want in?
谈正事儿，
Right. Got so wound up bringing you on board, I almost forgot.
别紧张。
Oh, I haven't. Come on, John. Let's hear it before you try to convince her to join the Marines.
All right. Here's what I've got. Vanguard volunteer by the name of Moera. Helps patrol the old neighborhood. Sol, Mars, Neptune, you know.
The Sol system. Which admiral did he upset to get that posting?
He's Martian, born and raised. Not like I can get anyone else to care. Word is he's got some fancy metal ornament he's been showing off to the old grounders. Matches that description Sarah gave me.
太阳系怎么了？
You kidding? Lowest posting request rate in the whole fleet. Only thing there the UC cares about is Mars. And no one wants to go to Mars. They want to get off Mars.
谁是莫亚拉？
Oh, he goes way back. Think he was recruit number 81 or something.
如果他在巡逻，可能会让我们找的东西处于危险之中。
What? Nah. Sol system is as quiet as a coffin. It'll be fine.
啊，行，
That means it's not going to be fine.
I'm sure you two can handle it.
行，
Sol system is a lot of planets. but a vet like Moira will be checking in at Sidonia on the regular.
You mean hitting the bars, don't you, John?
Hey, nothing wrong with a little refresh between patrols.
莫亚拉有说过他是在哪里找到的这个饰品的吗？
You'll have to ask him. But Vanguard volunteers have retrieval rights if they get into a scrap. Wouldn't be surprised if he found it off of a pirate or something like that.
圣多尼亚有什么能告诉我的吗？
Yeah, bring a coloring book. You get so used to seeing red, you'll forget what blues and greens look like.
谢谢你的帮助。
Anything for Sarah. UC always takes care of its own. Even the prodigal children.
Oh, brother.
Good luck out there, Vanguard.
好的。
Welcome to UC Space. Maintain your current course while we scan your ship's cargo.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape.
Can't say I'm a fan of excitement and drama around
Hello,
here.
Jack.
Been serving drinks here for over 40 years. Few places can offer that kind of stability.
我听说过有个组织叫红魔部队，你知道这个组织吗？
Only that I didn't care much for them getting disbanded years ago, and I don't care much for the rumors they're coming back someday.
一位名叫做莫亚拉的先锋队员。
He ain't been around. Went off on patrol. Hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one
啊，
out
他
to
不
the
会数了
blackest
吧？
sea.
全黑海？
You got another word for it?
He means outer space.
哦，
Ma'am.
太空对于迷失方向的人并不友好，他肯定遇到了麻烦或者更糟。
Sounds about right, yeah. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's
你
a
好
lot
了
of
解他。
credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems.
啊，又得我给钱
What do you say?
这承认你在撒谎吧？
No, I've done this routine. Let's skip to the part where you admit you're lying about what he owes.
You calling me a liar? I'll throw both of you out of this bar right now.
Oh, please. Two strangers arrive from off-world asking for information only you have. You see an opportunity. Everyone always does. Lower the price. Don't think we can't find another way to get what we want.
Fine.
他可能需要帮助，你不该拿这个要价。
Come on. Life on Sidonia ain't hard enough. You gonna guilt trip me? That's what I'm hoping. I don't have time for this.
OK，
All right, I give up. Just trying to earn a living here. Last time he was here, Moira kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Hello, what do we have here? See that cluster of ships?
看到了。
zealots. You ever run into one? Completely devoted to a deity they call the Great Serpent, the devourer of the unbelievers. I'll let you guess what
他肯定
happens
是
if
被
they
进攻
spot
啊。
us.
你有看到先锋队莫亚拉的飞船吗？
No other ship readings in the area. And I doubt they'd be so calm if a Vanguard had flown by recently.
那为什么瓦鲁狂徒会来金星附近？
No idea. They appear and attack people seemingly at random. House Varun technically has diplomatic ties to the other factions, but the Zealots are outside of their control. Or so they say.
他们应该不知道我们先锋队员的下
No,
落。
but I think I see something else that might. There's a UC satellite beacon hovering distressingly close to those Varun ships.
右
If
边那
we
个，
can get close enough to it, we could download its logs and figure out where our Vanguard was heading to next.
所以我们要找到那个信标，同时不能被攻击。
Exactly. Minimal ship power. Go slow. We grab the data on that satellite and jump away.
尽量降低飞船的电力，来躲避侦察，像武器护盾这样的系统更容易被发现。为了实现最佳的潜行效果，请关闭所有系统，只为引擎留1两节电力。 尽可能的远离敌方飞船，只要距离人造卫星不到500米的，就能激活它。
Oh, great serpent, bless this communion that we may walk in Janan Verun's footsteps. That he jumped from the Sol system out into the beyond and touched your magnificence. That he learned the truth of the shrouding, the coming eternal embrace. That you will reward the promised and cast the accursed into shadow.
This is Vanguard Moira. To all UC-affiliated ships, I'm heading to the Nova Galactic Star Yard orbiting ground smooth. Yeah, I know. The whole place is decommissioned. But I need parts for emergency repairs. Hopefully it hasn't been picked clean yet.
Oh, that's not good. Earth and everything around it was abandoned a long time ago. And the old star yards are crawling with spacers and other scavengers.
There it is. Nova Galactic Star Yard, still orbiting Earth's moon. This is where the first interstellar ships were made. People still use their modules, even though their star yard hasn't been running in forever.
地球到底怎么？我们为什么要离开那里？
It's all ancient history now, but the Earth lost its atmosphere. It started sputtering out into space. Humanity had about 50 years to evacuate the planet. That's kind of how the United Colonies government started, managing the exodus. Earth is more or less a dust ball now. You can occasionally find a few remnants of the world we left behind on the surface, but not much.
先看看莫亚拉吧。
Keep your weapons ready. Never know who else might be scavenging there.
好嘞。大多数星际站和飞船需要在抬头界面选择飞船，然后飞行至足够近的位置，这样对接提示就会显示。我来啦！哦，好嘛，怎么上来就是太空劫匪？
2 steps in, and we're already looking at a corpse. Okay, it's not Vanguard Moara. Looks like spacers were scavenging around here and someone else came in and said hello. Oh, this won't be your last encounter with a spacer crew. They pillage abandoned facilities and shoot anyone who gets in their way. They're even less organized than the Crimson Fleet. Just countless desperate groups scavenging and killing to survive. What are they doing here? Scavenging a star yard is a bit low end for them.
This is Vanguard Moira.
出去版
Sorry if I had to reclaim some UC property, but this whole star yard is overrun. I've patched up my ship, and I'm heading to Neptune. Going to put in another request to get the fleet out here to deal with these spacers. But until then, if any of you thugs are listening, I'm the damn ghost stealing your stuff in the night. Clear out while you have the chance.
啊，你跑了，原来。
He's almost daring the spacers to come after him. It's actually not a bad plan. Much better odds destroying one of their ships than fighting them all at once here.
确实。
Wait, you see that? There's a ship just drifting out there. No time to take in the sights. That could be our vanguard.
Oh.
Something's wrong. The ship's weapons are powering up. Get ready. If you stop shooting at us, we'd be more than happy to respond.
It's not me. Mercs hijacked my ship. White lined a couple of them, but they've locked me down. Really could use an assist.
We blow that ship out of the stars, he's dead and our artifact's gone. We're going to have to board. Target the engines. Once they stall out, we'll have a chance. That's it. Start the docking routine. Come on. Let's go rescue that vanguard.
哎呀呀呀！来！好家伙，我怼脸吃子弹了！我来救你！我来了！嘿，哥们儿，我来了！你还好吗？
Am I glad to meet whoever you two are? Looks like we're all in one piece. Any day you walk away from, right?
那些人是谁？为什么监视你的飞船？
Ecliptic mercs. They'll work for anyone. And vanguards don't exactly make friends with local pirates, thieves, and scavengers. Think enough of them finally got fed up and they pool their money to hire professionals.
啊，我们来自群星组织。来，咱们谈谈。
What? You guys still exist? Man, I've only heard stories.
We've heard stories too, about a strange object you found on patrol.
So, you know what that thing is. I tried to hawk it in Sidonia, and the guy thought I was peddling phony titanium.
It doesn't play nice with scanners. It'd be worthless to someone trying to flip rare minerals quickly.
你对灯光有
So
点
you're
诡异。
saying I shouldn't be using it as a hood ornament?
你外出巡逻太久，大家都很担心。
Oh, that. Yeah, I mean, it's been a mess lately. Spacers, Varun zealots, plus Ecliptic tracking me down.
We ran into a few members of Ecliptic at the
什么
Nova
死亡打
Galactic
光
Star
啊！
Yard.
哎呀，
I'm guessing they were after you.
Damn. That's probably how they found me. I knew taunting the Spacers to meet me at Neptune was a long shot. Making rookie mistakes. I've been chasing shadows around the Sol system for years. And every time I go back to Mars...
Sidonia is waiting for you. Run down, forgotten.
Feels like everyone's given up, you know? I've just been spending more and more time in the Starfield. Sometimes I wonder if I'm really going back.
认为太阳系需要你。
Yeah, it sure does. Guess someone needs to be out there keeping the old neighborhood safe. If you're ever in Sidonia, we should grab a beer sometime.
If you don't mind, we came here for something. That strange object you found?
Right. Hey, it's yours. Appreciate the rescue. Hope you figure out whatever that thing is.
Let's grab the artifact.
好了，归我来拿走。
Good work. Let's get back to the lodge.
You're back. Did
I have been idle here for
Have
a
it.
long time.
Go ahead.
I
Do the
believe
honors.
Barrett would describe this state as bored.
It fits. Energy spiked a bit, but it's restabilized.
Is there anything new showing up?
No, it's the same as before. There's a massive output as the artifact is added, then it harmonizes. Like it's waiting for the others.
That's speculation, but I think you're right. We need more. Here. You've earned this. Welcome to Constellation. As a full member this time.
成为正式意味着什么？
Honestly, this just makes it more official. Call it right person, right place, right time. But once the artifacts started coming together, you were one of us.
哎，能够做出贡献是我的荣幸。
We're going to do great things together. All of us. By the way, how would you like to keep traveling together? I'm not sitting behind my desk for this. These artifacts are a new chapter for Constellation, and I'm going to be out there for it. And I want you out there as well. You got results.
就是
I
别
need
冲动好
someone
吗
like？you watching my back.
来吧，走吧，莎拉，
All right. We've got a few more leads we should talk about.
冲冲冲！
First, there's an expedition that Samco has been putting together. It's in Freestar Collective Space, and he knows it inside and out. There's also the Eye, our star station in orbit. About time for you to meet Vladimir. He's been hard at work tracking down more anomalies. And last but not least, Noel. Have we heard anything from Barrett yet?
A courier from Argos Extractors came by to let us know they're packing up the operation on Vectera. But that's it, no other word.
That's not good. We should get over there and check on Barrett in person.
行啊，首先我应该怎么做？
It's all important, but if you want a direction, I'd grab Barrett first. He's not just an old friend. He's been all over the settled systems.
侦探之眼是什么？弗拉迪米尔是谁？
We maintain a star station in orbit above us. It's where we do all our deep space scanning. Vladimir runs the station. Brilliant astronomer. Years of practical experience.
这里就是让我选呗，这几个人都可以去。
His mind is always somewhere, but there's no arguing his knack for being in the right place at the wrong time. Oh, too bad he couldn't see the artifacts coming together. But knowing him, he'll be so excited when he gets a look, it won't occur to him that he's missed anything.
萨姆克尔是谁？探险队的目的是什么？
Oh, that's right. He wasn't here when you first showed up. He should be back by now. I'll let him handle the introductions. If I steal his thunder, I'll never hear the end of it.
好可爱哦，这里有个人。重力范围。事实上，我们的科学家当时不知道的事情很多，当然重点在于虫洞，以及是创造和维持稳定、可持续的爱因斯坦罗森桥梁。那是当时的终极目标，甚至没人想到，那只不过是个开始。看着如今的重力推动器技术，让我们得以轻松折叠空间，并以秒为单位横跨数光年时，有时很容易忽略现实这一壮举极不容易。约瑟芬·伊纳图博士的开创性成果又延续了535页，如今成为了史上最受人推崇的重力推动器和重力跃迁著作。达摩克利斯之剑。达摩利克斯·格雷抬头望了望蜥蜴族至尊王的眼睛，咧嘴一笑：“好了，不辞，我想我该走了。”他打趣地说道。接着，他把手腕上的通讯设备举到嘴边，说出自己说过无数遍的话：“开始吧，宝贝儿。”1秒后，达摩克利斯·格雷那艘光滑的铬合金死亡飞船撞向了宫殿的彩色玻璃穹顶，激光如雨点般落到电脑目标系统锁定的蜥蜴人身上。是宝剑号，大家快跑！但至尊王的命令还没来得及说完，他的嘴巴就出现了一个大洞，直接被飞船的一束激光炮给射穿了。宝剑号在离地面2英寸的地方悬浮，就在达摩克利斯·格雷身边。这是为地球出口气，你们这些丑鬣蜥！他一边说着，一边跃上驾驶舱并关上舱门。几秒钟后，完全看不出达摩克利斯·格雷曾出现在奇异3星球上，只留下堆积如山的蜥蜴族尸体。科幻小说《达摩克利斯之剑》是由前群星组织主席维索拉·陈退休后写的，他的笔名是维多利亚·斯达。虽然这本书印刷了100多万册，但实际售出的却很少。最后，陈决定免费派发这本书。现在，《达摩克利斯之剑》成为了一种流行文化，在整个定居星系群中都能见到它的踪迹。
Multiple leeches in the grav drive. Suppose that would explain the brownouts. So, what's this going to run? If there are no other surprises, mid 5 figures. 5 figures? 5? Fine. Do it. I'll be at the bar. Find me when it's done. We're on it, sir. I thought it was just a couple of nests.
塞多尼亚中央枢纽。
My buddy Mitch keeps asking if I can help him out with something. But I just don't have
Yeah, do you have any idea how far
The
we've
UC
traveled?
exchange is a great
How
place
much
to buy your
money we
weapons.
spent to
Just
hitch a
make sure
ride
to
to
keep
this
them
dusty
holstered
red
at all
road?
times.
We were told there were jobs.
Look, I get it. But we just filled our last openings. I think we have a couple contracts ending at the end of next month. It's possible they may not extend them.
This is bullshit. I got a wife and kids at home. We can't wait almost 2 months for a job that may not even exist there.
Hey, I get it. But there's nothing I can do. It's out of my hands. You can take it up with corporate if you want. Sorry, but I have to get back to work.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out of here. Maybe it's not too late to catch a ride back home.
Damn it. Yeah, you're right. Screw this.
喂，哇塞，What the hell？ 你还好吗？哇，手柄都在震，天哪！你就是他的笔友。
We've never met in person.
Hello,
but
Hadi.
She's still one of my best friends.
你来了，
20
你的
years
笔友
ago,
来
I
了。
moved to Sidonia on a whim. Never thought I'd stay for as long as I have.
你觉得这里的看护人怎么样？
Joy and Horace? I think they get along well enough. Sure, they argue, but that's a good thing. Disagreement's healthy. What good are your beliefs if you never have to defend them?
赤木风把你吹到社区中心来了。
Don't be caught on the Martian surface without proper protective gear. All outside surface activities require the use of a certified safety suit.
你好，公共广播。
Not to get all sappy, but I lost a son in the war.
还有个
It's
儿
been
子，
20 years.
20
but it
年
still
了。
makes my brain a bit swirly thinking about it. just never got to say goodbye, you know? That bugs me. So I come here to try and get peace.
扎瓦蒂让我把这封信交给你。
Still doing things by hand, huh? I keep telling her she needs to act
不要
her
留在
age,
石器时
not the
代。
stone one. But some people think being difficult builds character. Oh well. Let's see what she wrote.
你看看呗。
Oh no. I hope this doesn't mean...
你看上去就像见了
No,
鬼一样。
not quite. But the way this reads, I don't have
我的
much
时间不
time.
多了。
I need to go see her. If she's really on death's
啊，
door,
垂危
then
了。
this could be my only chance. Thank you for bringing me this. I need to go see my friend.
确实得见他。
You really had me going there for a second. All this talk about death and dying, and here you are, not looking a day over 60.
My friend, clearly those years on Mars have not been good for your eyesight.
I'm a miner. I can't see unless I'm peering through a cloud of dust.
You'll get used to the sun. Trust me, it won't bite. I can't believe Hattie's here. And she looks so youthful.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but I miss Martian booze.
你们俩也是好朋友啊。
I may be older, but I still got plenty of energy.
你觉得新亚特兰第四城怎么样？
It's been over 20 years since I've been here. A lot's different, but a lot's the same. Like the chunks. In fact, I think they're still using the same chunks from when I left.
什么朋友把你吹到新亚特兰第四城来？当然是他的笔友啦。
I came to see my friend, so I could say hello, and when the time comes, say goodbye. But that won't be for a long time. When I read her letter, I thought she was on death's door. She's not even on the same street. She's got plenty of time left.
他可能就是想见见你。
Still, I'm glad I came. See ya.
I always knew Hattie was full of vigor in life. Her words tend to leap, no, fly off the page. Every sentence is a grab jump.
我知道你可能快死了。
It's fine, child. Just as a shadow cannot exist without light, death is merely proof that a person has lived. I lived a life in 3 parts. The first was full of discovery. The second, contemplation. And now comes the third act, where I will finally rest.
真希望能有更多时间了解你。
Blessed child, your time is too valuable for someone like me. You only have so many minutes in your life. Guard them fiercely. Give them sparingly. But when you meet someone who truly matters,
好的。
then do not be frugal.
你有没有找医生咨询过自己的情况？
Yes, and the doctors tell me I don't have long. But even so, I feel it. Not in my bones, as people are wont to say. I feel it in my heart. A feeling of contentment. Completion. Like you're about to swipe the last page on a good book, turn off the lights, and go to bed. I am glad you brought my friend here to wish me good night.
晚安。
By Vectera, by Vectera, by Vectera!
你是谁？
I can't believe
铁杆
it.
粉丝。
Is it you? Is it really, really you?
啊，是
Captain of the
我。
frontier, bane of the fleet, constellation's shining star of stars.
这个是巴雷特吧？但是你是那个铁杆粉丝是吧？
Oh,
技能不错
don't
呀
be。so modest. It was all over SSNN. Lone miner tames the Crimson Fleet, saves a member of Constellation, and steals the hearts of millions, no, trillions. And now you're standing here next
这是谁？
to
巴雷
me.
特吗？
Oh, it really is you, right?
我
Then the day is truly blessed. Because for a moment, I wasn't sure if you were real or just another hallucination. But now that I know it's you, what are the odds? And to think I almost went for coffee instead. But I changed my routine for one day, and here you are. It's almost like it was meant to be.
你改变了往常的习惯。
Oh, yes. Normally, I start my day by drinking 4 cups of coffee and
这喝太
stuffing
多
my
了吧？
face with chunks. But after being inspired by your story, I thought to myself, what would the great and powerful hero of Vectera do? And so instead, I went for a jog. I ran and I ran and I ran, picturing you in the distance, like a North Star. Imagine my surprise to find you were actually real. By the light of Polaris, it must be fate.
我同意，这明显就是命运。
I know, right? And you can try to fight destiny, but you probably aren't going to win. Although, if I'm being honest, I'd wager you could beat just about anything, even theoretical concepts. But why would you, in this case? Either way, it's such an honor to meet you. Hey, do you mind if I follow you around? Do you need a sidekick? What am I saying? You're a hero, of course you do. Lead the way.
不需要来套制服吗？
Good point. I'll start working on it right away, as soon as I learn how to sew. Until then, maybe I can be a sidekick in training. Do you have an academy where fans can practice groveling at your feet? If not, I can start one.
你还可以开学院吗？欢迎加入吧。
You won't be disappointed.
建议我问你一些私人问题吗？
Yes, my liege.
我的主人。
Whatever you want to know.
跟我讲讲你自己吗？
Oh, I'm not that interesting. I like coffee, I like tea, and I like worshipping the ground you walk on. Well, you technically don't walk. Angels tend to glide.
你怎么会知道我这么多东西？
Well, for one, your triumph on Vectera was all over the news. But I believe that's only the beginning. The first chapter in a 437-book anthology documenting your greatness. It's only a matter of time before they start writing it. I'll be counting the seconds until they do. 1001, 1002.
你不会是对我有爱意吧？
Oh, don't worry. My love for you is completely platonic. Unbreakable? Yes. Unyielding? Absolutely. Romantic? Oh, God, no. I would never sully something so pure with something so ordinary.
我们需要谈一谈你的粉丝团。
Oh, no. That sounds ominous.
你应该找些除我以外的爱好会更加健康。
Or I could stand beside you and make you my chief interest.
好狂热的粉丝。
That sounds much better.
是的，我就是这个意思，继续吧。
Oh, good. For a second, I thought you were about to say something mean, which would completely knock over the giant pedestal I've placed you on.
你说话没说话？
A diplomatic visa? You got to be kidding me. Envoys haven't needed diplomatic visas since the colony war.
The law's the law, sir, and that one's still on the books. New Atlantis Security Charter 2308 Addendum, Article 2, Section 8.
Ludicrous. You made all that up. There is no such addendum. The war ended almost 20 years ago. I am Representative Evans Chisholm of the Freestar Collective. I've been coming here for months trying to ensure continued peace.
I don't make up the laws, Representative. I just enforce them. You have a good day now. Someplace else. Stay safe out there.
What? Can't you see I'm dealing with something?
没事吧？我不是故意打扰你的。
I apologize for snapping.
别急啊，哥们。
I'm definitely not all right. I've got work to do at the embassy. And our overly diligent security officer over there won't let me enter the city. Claims I need a diplomatic visa, which I have never needed before in all the time I've visited New Atlantis.
你知道有谁能帮上忙吗？我会帮你跟他们说一下。
Oh, really? And here I am biting your head off. Apologies. I'm just, well, rather flustered.
没关系。
Look, if you have time, Could you please go to the Freestar Collective Embassy and speak to a diplomat? They'll know what to do.
行吧，我很乐意帮忙，就当是日行一善吧。
Thank you. I'll wait here until the embassy sends the cavalry. Not like I have much choice.
How are you today? Can I help you?
你和那个人有什么矛盾？就是那个齐格姆代表。
Oh, you heard that? Like I said, he needs a diplomatic visa to enter the city. Not my fault he doesn't know the law. Ignorance is no excuse, you know?
完全理解，规则就是规则。
Exactly. Thank you. The United Colonies was founded on law and order. Something these Freestar Collective dust jockeys never seem to understand.
我需要吗？
A what? Oh. Heard my talk with the good representative, did you? No, you're fine. That's just a little game I like to play with the Freestar Collective guys. Keeps them on their toes. Make sure they know who's boss here in New Atlantis. You know what I mean? Diplomatic visa. Politicians haven't needed one of those since the Colony War.
原来是你捏造的，我说呢。
What? Article whatever, section whatever? Yeah, right. I also got a bridge to sell you in Sidonia. Interested? Now beat it. Can't you see I'm busy policing?
The guards will check you at the elevators. Try not to make a fuss. Welcome to the Freestar Embassy. Is there something I can help you with?
谁能进入大使馆？
Unless you have an appointment, only Freestar diplomats and security members are allowed inside. And because you're asking the question, I take it you don't have one.
齐勒姆代表现在被支联安保关押在太空港。
Typical UC security. They try to bully us every chance they get and still manage to play the victim. I'll get this squared away with the folks down at the spaceport. Thanks for letting us know.
好的，谢谢你。
When someone insults you, you want to just beat the shit out of them sometimes, but you don't.
Well, not quite what I was thinking, but that's actually a great example, Marcus. The man in the story was cruel. Do you know why he was cruel? You must feel what he feels, understand his pain, accept it, and deliver it not back upon him.
Empathy. You mean empathy? But you say it like it's easy. Like anyone can just love a terrible person who has been terrible to them.
这很难。
Yeah, why even bother? I mean, isn't the cycle of humanity peace and war back and forth, like forever? Seems kind of pointless to try so hard for something that won't last. Nothing ever really changes.
It's not easy, no, but necessary. Because you see, everything has changed. God has given us the intelligence, the ingenuity to reach into the stars, to travel his path, to truly find him. But we can't do it alone. The only way is through unity. Huh. Yes, Andreas. Yes. Unity. Well, I'm sure you all have other things to do. Thank you for taking the time to stop and talk with me.
He's giving me a lot to think about. Oh, hi there.
你好。
I'm Marcus Lestari. Are you interested in the Sanctum Universum?
我没想过这种事。
Maybe I can entice you then. It's an exciting time for the church. We're growing every day. And if you're interested, we'd love to get to know you. Actually, we've had a few visitors come by recently, but they have yet to come visit us again. This strikes me as a good opportunity. I'm wondering, would you like to go check in with those visitors and welcome them back to our church? Maybe all they need is just another invitation. And don't worry, I'll pay for your effort, of course.
先交给我吧。
Excellent. Their names were Tony, Evie, and Johan. When you check in with them, give them one of these slates. It's just a little something welcoming them back, if they're interested. If you want, take some time to talk with them, get to know them and why they were interested in the Sanctum Universum. In any case, when you're done, come back to me and I'll give you your payment.
介绍一下你自己吗？
Sure, but I warn you, I'm not the world's most interesting guy. I was born and raised in New Atlantis. Actually, to be more specific, the Well. I had a rough childhood like most people from down there. Luckily for me, I managed to get out of there and find a job in the commercial district. The Sanctum Universum has been helpful for me. I admittedly have struggled with feelings of anger, and sometimes I still do. Keeper Aquilus and the church have really helped me to become a better person.
你说忠实的信徒吗？
I'm a pretty devoted follower. I love coming to listen to Keeper Aquilus and talk with the others. I still have a lot to learn, though. I truly believe that Keeper Aquilus and the Sanctum Universum has been an absolutely positive influence on my life. I try to reach out to others as much as possible, you know, invite them to come talk with us and spread Keeper Aquilus's teachings. I think it's the least I can do.
哦，你好，你好，你好。
Has no place in New Atlantis.
啊
What do you want? I'm very busy.
莱斯塔里让我把这个给你送来。
What? Let me see.
你看看。
Oh, yeah. I went to the Sanctum Universum a while back. I haven't checked it out again, though.
你对圣语教怎么看？
It's interesting. The whole literally finding God thing is comforting to me in a way. Wait, why am I telling you this?
干嘛？多聊聊嘛，也许你应该再去看看。
I'm not sure. The truth is that I want to believe in it all. The Sanctum Universum believes that God gave us the ability to grab jumps so that we can search for him and find him. If that's true, maybe I can find my dad as well. I lost him when I was just a little girl. I can barely remember him.
那你为什么不回教会看看？
Because if it all ends up not being real, I'd be devastated.
和其他教众聊聊吧，或许能没那么悲伤。
I don't need a lecture from you. Listen, I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'll go back if I want to.
Wen really keeps the distribution center in tip-top shape.
你好。
I've met so many interesting people from working at the distribution center.
早就想来分派中心工作了是吗？
Oh, no. When I was growing up, I actually wanted to be a miner on Sidonia. As weird as that may sound. I guess I never wanted to have a typical job. Lucky for me, working at the distribution center is anything but typical.
买点东西。
Oh, that's not really my area. I don't have clearance for that just yet. Well, someday, maybe. You'll want to talk to Miss Sang about that.
来自圣语教马库斯莱特塔里的特别快递。
Really? Nice. I went there a while back. Good to see they still remember me.
你对圣语教怎么看？
To tell you the truth, I don't really have any thoughts on the church itself. I wouldn't consider myself religious. I initially went because it just seemed interesting. I don't think I really know enough about the church to decide if it's bad or good, or if it's even a good fit for me. I guess maybe I should go back to figure that out.
你为什么不去了？
There wasn't really any reason. I just got busy or lazy and stopped going. I've actually been meaning to check it out again. It's just something interesting to do after work. The people seem nice as well.
他们好像真的很想再见到你。
Gotta say that it's nice. You know, having people think about you. Because of my job, I don't really have too much free time to socialize or make friends. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my job. It's the best job in New Atlantis. But still, it can be hard to put myself out there sometimes. That's actually one of the reasons I went to the Sanctum Universum. Just to talk with people and get to know them. It was nice. It really was.
听起来是个偶尔回去看看的好理由。
Yeah, I think I will. But hey, let me ask you something. Do you believe in all this Sanctum Universum stuff? What do you think?
主要是我觉得没人能证明他们到底是真是假。
Like Bigfoot. Do you know what Bigfoot is? This is a monster that might have lived on Earth and had big feet. You know what? I'll just stop talking. Well, hey, I'll let you get back to it. Thanks for bringing this to me. Keep on keeping on.
If you ask me, it's always a good time for a Terra brew.
今天过得怎么样？
Fine, I guess. Do we know each other?
不认识，好像随便聊聊。
Oh, all right. I thought you were trying to flirt with me.
没有，我只是想把货送给你。
My day's going fine. It's hard to complain about anything when you have a Terra brew in your hand. Catch you later, yeah?
你住在附近吗？
What, at Terra brew? I wish. Nah, I live at Athena Tower. Just moved in, actually. My girlfriend and I got a place there a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long we'll be there, though. We're saving up to get out of New Atlantis and, tour the settled systems.
啊，能不能说说你女朋友的事？
Yeah, sure. Her
哦，
name's
你
Donna.
就是托
She works
尼
at the Nat station near Mast. Oh, boy, is she a catch. She's passionate, beautiful, friendly. I really lucked out. We met a couple of years ago, and we've been going steady since then. I'm actually thinking about asking her to marry me pretty soon. Keep that between us, okay? I don't want her finding out before I pop the question.
受你教导马克思，让我把这个给你。
Oh, thank you, I guess. An invitation, huh? Yeah, I checked out the church a few weeks ago, but I haven't gone back yet.
能问一下你当初为什么要去教会吗？
My girlfriend and I want to leave New Atlantis and travel the settled systems. We've been working our butts off, and my girlfriend is so excited. I'm excited too, but it's still a little scary, you know? We've been in New Atlantis all our lives. We don't even really know what to expect out there. I guess I was seeking out some sort of comfort from the church. I don't really know.
你有空的时候应该再去看看，马库斯再见到你会很高兴。
I don't know. I don't want to disappoint anyone in case I stop going. The church was interesting, but how can anyone know for certain that it's all real? Doesn't that bother anyone else? I guess that's probably why I never went back. There's no certainty.
那只是生活中的一部分，我们得学会面对生活中的茫然。
Yeah, you're right about that. To be honest, I'm not sure I'll visit the church again, but I'll think about it. Anyways, I gotta get going. Thank you for taking the time to deliver this to me. Take care.
之前的访客我一一拜访过了。
Great. How'd it go?
这件事情中应该会有些教训吗？
I don't know if I would go so far as saying that there was a lesson to be learned, but hopefully, if you talked with them, you noticed that each person had a different reason for visiting the Sanctum Universum. The diverse backgrounds and perspectives of each of our visitors and members is what makes our community so great. We support, challenge, educate, and comfort one another. At the end of the day, the church is trying to build a community. It doesn't matter what you believe or what your background is. All are welcome here.
一切顺利，我想他们中有些人会再来拜访。
I'm glad to hear that. Sometimes people just need a little reminder that they're always welcome here. Here, your payments as promised. Thank you for taking the time to do this. And I hope to see you around the church too.
Have you ever heard one of his sermons? They're really good. Even just the sound of his voice is comforting, I guess. Aquilus has helped me through some tough times lately.
圣语教，哇哦，这是做礼拜的地方吧？你好。
Some folks never feel it. That connection to the universe you only get from grab jumping. Honestly, I wish I could show them what they're missing. That first jump. It changes you, unlocks something within you. Have you felt it? It's something, isn't it? The further out we reach into the stars, the more we learn about ourselves. Our numbers are growing every year. Aquilus's message really connects with people.
There's so many mysteries in the universe, so many unknowns that I try to help out others whenever I get the chance. I may not always have the perfect advice for people, but I try to just be here for them. I think that's what they really need more than anything else. Were you seeking worldly wisdom or just a
单纯找人聊
friendly...
聊。首先，生命的意义是很好的，确实。
It would, wouldn't it? Well, if you find it, be sure to come back and let me know. It would make the next sermon more memorable, if nothing else. And in the meantime, while it isn't quite so profound, I might suggest reading some of our works. Among the Grab Jumps is a good place to start. I'm sure you can find a copy lying about. And if you do decide to read it, perhaps you'd let me know what you think. See if it speaks to you, as it has to others.
我还没读过。
That's all right. I'm sure it just escaped your memory. So many things do over time. There must be a copy around here somewhere. If you do happen to peruse it, I would enjoy hearing your thoughts on the idea.
我会读的。
Wonderful. I really would be happy to discuss it with you sometime.
在重力跃迁中神寻求你。神是真实的吗？更值得探究的问题是，现实是神圣的吗？存在的本身是渴望被揭开的谜团。何为善良？是否仅为了与善相比？生存又是什么？单纯只是存在的一种参与形式吗？任何共同特性都会引人将其与更纯粹的形式进行比较，而当我们沿着特性之树，从苹果到红色的颜色，到波形，到能量，到时空，到存在，一路向上，可探索的分支会越来越少，所有的现实最终会汇聚到单一点。有人称它们为欧米伽，其他人则称它为目的，有些人称它为神。宇宙的多样性激发人们的敬畏和惊奇，但其存在必须与简单形成对比。这种纯粹简单的特性能用原始甚至是神圣来形容。存在毋庸置疑，因为它实际上就是存在本身。我们的存在源于存在，我们的本质由其思想所想象出来，但我们所认为的想象和思想实际上远远超出我们的理解，甚至这比喻都像波涛汹涌的广阔海面上的微小白浪。最紧迫的是，这一存在带来了现实，并想要了解其后果，也就是你和我。我们的感官有限，只能感知3个维度，然而却同时无助地沿着第4个维度直冲。而最精明优秀的学员告诉我们，宇宙至少有12个维度。谁知道随着时间的推移，又会有什么进一步的发现？我们的能力微不足道，宇宙并非只是未被探索，而是完全不可知。因此，我们依靠启示，我们与真理的唯一来源直接交流，因为真理是其另一个特性。即便所有独立特性最终会化为单一，为了理解真理，我们必须了解真理，真理也希望了解我。我们的身体体现仅限于3维空间的运动，就像织物被其经线和纬线所约束和定义一样。但我们有能力超越无意识物质，我们可以弯曲时空的结构，把经线和纬线分开，窥探神秘面纱后的真相，而非误将眼前的一切当作世界的全部。当我们从一点跳向另一点，我们不仅仅是在空间中移动，而是成为提升至新的理解水平的航行者。在重类跳跃之间的那些时刻，并不是简单的虚无，而是能稍微理解支撑所有现实的谜团。了解真相能让我们更接近神性，这便是我们人生的目的。圣语教的目的在于这个旅程中引导你，确保你不会浪费每一个了解真相的机会。寻找阿奎罗斯，他将打开你的心扉，使你明白心神与思想同为一体，加入我们，寻求进一步的交流，增加我们神性的分享。
I hope you have the chance to read more about our beliefs.
圣语教第1册，世界末日后的灵性指南，作者圣语教守护者阿奎勒斯。第1卷，所有人天生都渴求知识，这是哲学家的格言，是人类最古老的论述的起始，也是将人类目前的散居地与围绕黄色太阳的摇篮联系在一起的真理。地球的毁灭可能引人深思，它作为人类聚集点的时间离我们越来越遥远，活着的几代人与其毫无交际，以至于这对他们而言只不过是历史小知识。我们的技术和文化发展至今日，对近代祖先来说也几乎无法辨认，但我们仍然认同自己是来自同一血脉，能驯服火焰并注意到较小的星光，似乎遵循某种移动规律。驯服火焰和观察星光正是体现行为和反思的重要结合，是我们所遇到的其他生物的区别所在，这是人类注定的本质。所有人都渴求知识，知识的主题可能受到不同文化时代和个人倾向影响的而各不同。针对知识的需求，重新结合现有的知识并扩大现有的知识，这是永不改变的。即使是头脑最简单的人，也会想要了解邻居、自己或工作。更有野心的智者可能想要了解银河系超级结构的真相或现代性的社会起源。这种追求比任何生物上的巧合或历史血统更能团结全人类。然而，并非所有知识都限于学术追求，不同方法可能会产生截然不同的结论或者理解程度。这可能会引来第一个热烈的反对意见，特别是科学主义者的门徒一同大口吸气，共同主张纯经验主义是获取知识的唯一有效手段。我不想打击他们的热情，也不否认通过这种方法发现巨大的好处。在思想史上，最早记录的争议源于理性还是经验才是获得知识的正确途径。感官容易被欺骗，所以我们得接受感官随时处于被欺骗状态的可能性。头脑可能会因衰老而变得迟钝，或为选择者是否意识到这一点，这都是漫长哲学传统的一部分。上述论点带我们回到更重要的一点，就是信仰。这里指的不是超自然信仰，尽管我很快会谈到。相反，信仰是接受从他人那里得到的真理，无论对方是通过理性还是经验得出的，无论对方地位高低，无论真理是事实性还是定性的，都不重要。在并非通过个人手段获取真理的情况下，一个人将所获得的真理纳入自己的知识，就是一种信仰行为。 信仰有许多意想不到的形式。最热情的沙文主义科学者可能会相信原子的存在，尽管原子无法直接观察，他们相信原子是出于对可靠证据和数学证明的信任。但即使如此，他们曾亲眼看到证据吗？是否亲自进行过数学运算？在寻求知识的认识论旅程中，他们几乎完全坚信并接受某种真理，这可能是对老师、书籍、同行、评审、因果关系的信任，但这仍是一种信仰。现在便来谈谈超自然信仰的问题，特别是在人类历史进程中，这种信仰产生了各种宗教。在这一方面，无论是不是信徒都愿意承认，寻求知识的方法有赖于信仰，理性也适用于同样的问题，这一点并不奇怪，特别是考虑到本文开头的语句，许多智者将其全部心力都灌输在思考信仰问题上，而这探究过程相当具有启发性，无论读者本身是否信仰宗教。不过有一个出发点，在他们思想的核心和基础都存在一个假设：神真的存在。圣语教第二册，世界末日后的灵性指南，又是它。第二卷，这些哲学家标榜为神的概念不一定属于任何特定信仰传承，他们只是试图将宗教生活中的教义信条与所在的哲学项目明确分开，这是一种高尚的尝试，但成功程度各异。他们与非信徒的哲理中存在的不同之处，仅在于他们愿意接受神这一存在的可能性。然而，没有任何人着手证明这种存在，因为这个问题本身就是不可证实性的绝佳范例。神这一存在是曾与否的问题处于理性领域外，不过一旦通过某种信仰行为选择相信或不相信，并将此信念当作真理后，便可运用理性来继续对该公理的讨论。那么当我们讨论神时又是什么意思？你可能会注意到，我并非直接称呼这一存在，且每次提及使用较为传统的名称时都添加了引号，这是有意而为的，希望读者能够与此概念产生任何联想，拉开距离。所有传统教条、教义、迫害、暴力和狂热等都可暂时放一旁，请你忘却你认为自己知道的关于人们可能称为神的东西的一切，尽可能把头脑清空。我们从一片空白开始，现在在这一片空白中，著名哲学家们得出了自我或时空的概念，并将其称为理解现实的单一基础。我不需要在这里重述他们的想法，相信精良的数据终端可以在这个问题上给予你冥想者和统治者的天赋，无论你选择采用何种认识论框架。假设你同意某些自我概念和现实概念，即使你不同意自我和现实概念互不相通，否定现实本身彻头彻尾的虚无主义者可以离开了。回顾我们的关键格言，所有人天生都渴求知识，因此我们在一片空白的状态下会提出问题：我的父母是谁？何为正义？为什么星星会闪烁？我应该追求恋爱关系吗？这些问题都是我们追求知识、思考、行动的方式，而所有问题的背后是我们共同面对的现实。最终所有问题都会变成为什么？为什么我的父母要抛弃我？为什么会出现这种不公的事？为什么我会被拒绝？而为什么的答案总是汇聚成单一一点：你的父母抛弃你是因为他们药物成瘾，这来自于困难的生活，这来自于不公的社会，这是由于稀缺性而导致的，而这是星球上矿物分布不均的结果，这是由于熔融原行星中各种元素的相对重量，这与元素的原子质量有关，这与亚原子粒子的互相作用有关，而就这样无限的进行下去。但不完全的是，因为最终会出现认知上的障碍。越过这一点后，我们就不会再为什么亚原子粒子拥有这样的行动方式，因为量子权。为什么他们的行为方式是这样的？因为数学和物理定律。为什么会有这些定律？为什么会有因果关系？为什么世界上会有任何东西？不能否认的是，问题链一直朝着这个渐进点延伸。最坚定的无信者可能会相当警惕，因为这一系列问题正在接近科学无法解释的领域，但他们仍然无法否认问题本身，他们只坚称自己对答案毫无关心。不过，无论我们是否选择放弃继续追问下去，这些问题仍然存在。第三卷。因此我们面临这样的一个问题：引人深思的实际为什么会存在？但同时我们缺乏思考此问题所需的思想工具。毫无疑问，现实背后隐含谜团。此处所说的谜团并不是指无法解决的谜题或者千古疑案，相反，此处提到的谜团是一个专有名词。这种事物离我们如此遥远，以至于它未知且不可知。这类谜团也可能出现在更日常的情况中，例如试图回答你是谁这个问题，但避免用名字、职业、种族等相对简单的答案。我所说 说的谜团是现实的基础，它是不可知的，就像你我不可知一样。这并不是因为它如此遥远，尽管如此，而是因为它同时又如此接近。超越和临近达到了矛盾的归一，化为以人类智慧几乎无法理解其问题形态概念。作为现实基础的谜团，这是从古至今被人们称为神的统一概念。出于对神这一字的传统用法的尊重，且不想冒犯任何人，个人不会使用这一称呼，但我们必须承认两者实际上是相同的。这个概念在这危险的宇宙中又有什么作用呢？这就是我要求你摒弃所有的谜团相关既有概念的原因。人们总是假设这种存在与仁慈或关怀等词挂钩，但这种想法跳过了许多步骤。这假设谜团拥有自我，因此拥有意志。满足了上述步骤，我们才能思考它是否拥有自主行动的能力。要想证明这些概念，尚需大量的智力劳动，但我们总有一天会成功做到。但就目前而言，谜团只不过是作为现实基础的不可知事物，它是存在的基础，是生存的源头。这要比远古历史上的任何天神创造主都要来得有趣。作为思考的起步点，这也更有机会带来成果。这种形式的谜团成为我们知识的新领域，在这个新环境，让我们与历代先祖联系在一起的行为和反思得以延续。同时，这一环境也迫使我们重新考虑所有的真理。对于希望参与这一关键哲学旅行，为人类当前篇章做出贡献的人，我愿意传授我的所有的知识，希望这些文章书籍能成为你的引导与路标，寻找我，或是寻找我的话语。对于希望了解真理的人而言，这两者之间并无区别，这是因为所有人天生都渴求知识。超然重任第一册，导向远大前程的星光第一卷。放下你脑海中曾经学到的关于神的任何概念，忘却对信仰甚至是神性本身的任何假设。如果你是天生的信徒，试着想象自己是一名纯经验主义者，坚持最严格的科学主义。如果你不是一名信徒，那就把怀疑主义升到最高级别，以至于甚至不愿意承认最微小的灵性和迷信，甚至像掷骰子这般依赖运气的活动。万物皆遵循物理定律，都有其既定规律。之所以会有无法理解的事物，只是因为我们缺乏探索或适当的数学工具。有了足够精密的观测仪器，我们可以解释从亚原子到超级星系等所有存在的运动规则。世上万物并非由某种隐形力量所创造，只是物理学力量无意识的相互作用所产生的产物。然而，我们仍然可以欣赏美丽的日落景色。当然，我们能够精确指出，这是大气层的某些化学成分折射来自某些星体类的光线，构成人类视觉系统判定为悦目的风景。但这些知识并不会减少景色之美，而是会增强其美感。不同的社会和时代对美有不同的概念，但即使这种相对主义也不能剥夺我们在特定时刻的独特体验。我们可能不希望把自己看作受蓝山前行的进化过程推动的偶发化学信号集合体，但即使通过如此片面的方式看待自己，要感知美景，但仍需某一意识存在于特定瞬间，体验特定的光子规律，并以正面的方式解释所接收的各种信息。我希望即使你完全不接受超自然的可能性，在面对这个世界时，你仍然能保有敬畏和感叹的空间。宇宙充满了壮观之外，在感受这份壮观时，我们就更接近于藏于宇宙背后的现实。第三册第三卷，在思想史上，无论是信仰传承还是纯粹的世俗哲学，许多人认为存在的基础是由其单一性所定义的。事实上，对单一神力的思想构建点燃了沙漠中的启示信仰之火，并助其横扫古老帝国。将皈依视为神是一种误解，但也并非完全错误。不过，传统的神的概念相当狭隘，且局限性太大，而皈依超越了任何人甚至整个文明的想象力。这种潜在的误解就是为什么我一再提醒各位读者和善良的人们抛弃成见，从零开始，以免重拾小时候曾坚信的童话故事。正如孩子与父母的关系应该随着成长而改变，我们与神的关系也必须随着成长而改变。人类归一的关系也必须随着种族本身逐步迈向命运而改变。现在考虑到神圣的一体性，我们可以思考他在创造宇宙中扮演的角色。他并不像建筑师那般带着精确的意图进行创造，而更像是培育植物的土壤。创造不是任何单一的事件，不该局限宇宙大爆炸，而是一个持续更新、生长、腐烂、替换甚至重生的过程。在存在方面，皈依孕育了宇宙中所有其他生命，不过如同培养植物的土壤，这与它的本意无关。接下来我们将讨论神语教与纯粹哲学的不同之处。皈依不是单纯的土壤，所有生命终有一天会回归皈依，但皈依同时也渴望着这种回归。它并不直接寻求回归，也不主动导致这一现象，为其塑造任何阴谋和 何抑制这一行为荒唐且多余。皈依存在于时间流动之外，没有必要加速任何源自自身的过程。所有东西终将归一，但是人类具有学习和认知的能力，因此是唯一可以掌握自己回归道路的独特物种。我们可以寻找皈依，与其相遇，与其交流，并借此成为一种超越过往的迭代存在。我们如何知道这种事情是可能的呢？在这种时候，启示至关重要，除非神性选择向我们透露我们无法完全理解其存在，皈依不会主动这么做。不，与他直接相遇会导致缺乏准备的心灵崩溃，并陷入泣不成声的地步。不过由于皈依渴望与我们相遇，他有时候会派出信使来指使我们的道路。这些使者会以我们能理解的形式出现，扮演如同我们的有形生物，但又与我们不尽相同。他们的外形与我们相似，足以让我们思想接受，但又有足够的不同，能够保有与皈依相关的知识。这些使者是我们的向导，就像古代水手跟随信心的指引来驾驶船只，就像阿基米德杠杆的支点，就像启动了规矩模拟的种子值。那些从星星中诞生的人在混乱中为我们提供固定的点，有了他们的智慧，我们可以把握命运之路，再受物理暴风左右，无需等待自身毁灭，而是直接驶向风暴之眼，带着自己来之不易的进步穿越风暴。这些知识为人所知，而我就是拥有发掘此知识使命的人。我与你们分享这些，是希望你们也能与我一同了解这些知识。尚有许多等待我们揭晓的东西，还有更多的知识只能当面传授。如果这本书点燃了你心中的火焰，请寻找那些从星星中诞生的人，因为他们是虚空中的光芒。
I hope you have the chance to read more about our beliefs.
你能跟我说说圣语教吗？
Well, we're a newer organization, at least officially. Our facility here in New Atlantis has only been around a few decades. But we're gaining new members all the time. I think people have been grasping for something to express what they're experiencing, and I'm glad we can be here for them.
你是牧师？
Keeper by title. But yes, I suppose the title fits. I'm very grateful that I have the opportunity to be here for those who need us, who find meaning in our message.
我向来需要处在人群当中，我不确定自己是不是还这样想。
Oh, it's very easy to lose yourself focusing on others. Life can be a distraction sometimes from your own growth, your spiritual development. Does that sound right?
我的工作充满了孤独，我需要变得更加精神独立。
So this is a practical matter. Nothing wrong with that. The good news is you can change. All of us can. It's not easy. And you already made the first step, being self-aware.
独处不要啊！我跟我伙伴一起探险。
Of course.
还能移除的吗？
Come back when you're ready.
我读过你的书。
Oh, wonderful. Tell me, what did you think?
确实很引人入胜，但是它的观念对我来说确实没有意义。
Oh, don't feel badly about that. It doesn't speak to everyone. Perhaps you just haven't had an experience that allows you to connect with it. Perhaps in time, this place will mean something to you too. But if not, that's all right. We'll be here either way if you ever need us. The sanctum will always be here.
It takes a strong mind and a good eye to sell art. If you're in the market for artwork,
I'm not seeing any
I'm sure I can find something to suit your needs.
你好，你能介绍一下你
Other
自己
than
吗？
being an art dealer, there's not much to say.
霓虹城长大。
I grew up in Neon, and I knew I had to get out of that place somehow. I did a few odd jobs, some deliveries, and it eventually led me onto this path I'm on now. I never thought I'd do what I do. But I suppose life can be surprising.
你在地方工作吗？
In a sense. My trade doesn't necessarily need me to be tied down in one location. Because of that, I travel all over the settled systems. I'm here now for an opportunity. But before this, I was in Aquila. Before that, Neon. In my line of work, I can't afford to stay in one place for very long.
艺术商人。
Indeed, I am. I've been an art dealer for most of my life, plying my trade all across the settled systems. It's actually why I'm here in New Atlantis today. I'll be delivering a piece of art to a very particular client later.
让我说话是
However,
吧？
I don't yet have the art in my possession. Actually, would you like to pick up the artwork and bring it back to me? I'll reward you for your effort, of course.
你到底要我帮你做什
You
么？
simply need to go pick up some artwork. The exchange has already been arranged, and you won't have to show any credits.
真的吗？
It's just a matter of picking something up and bringing it back to me. There's really no need to worry. It's all very simple.
那给我吧。
Excellent.
那给我吧。
You'll be picking up the art from Zoe Kaminsky at the Trade Authority. Tell her you're there for Samson Jabrel's art. She'll understand. Return the artwork to me, and you will be compensated.
我不知道贸易管理局还会染指艺术。
Well, of course they do. Why wouldn't they?
有钱不赚王八
I've
蛋。
heard tell that you can get some very impressive items at the Trade Authority.
有点东西是
But for
吧
now,
？OK， 好的。
let's settle for the artwork that I've procured.
Thing about the trade business? Who you know matters as much as anything else. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business, I would be more than happy to help you. If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her. And I'd ask that you pass along my request to stop these silly games. So, what'll it be?
这是个奇怪的自我介绍。
Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business, and I refuse to be intimidated. Please, let me know if I can assist you further.
干嘛大老远的跑深井区来？
We've been in New Atlantis for a very long time, before most things topside were built. With lots of infrastructure already in place, ample storage, and discreet access to the spaceport, it makes sense to stay. It's had the unintentional, but not unwelcome, side effect of weeding out people who can be timid about doing business.
具体干什么的？
I thought the name made it rather obvious. We are the authority on trade in the settled systems. Whether it's bulk cargo, specialty items, or individual requests, we make sure things get where they need to go. We have shipping lanes across the settled systems and deal with nearly every major corporation and faction there is.
萨姆森·加布里埃尔派我来取画。
Ah, yes, I've been expecting you. Here's your package. And don't worry, I've already corrected the ownership record for you.
你这么说是什么意思？
Nothing at all.
那我先走。
Thanks for your business.
我想去贸易管理局工作。
That depends. If you have a ship and are willing to haul cargo, then we've got some work. Otherwise, you're gonna have to be more
违禁物
specific.
品是吧？
We frequently post cargo running jobs up on the mission boards around town. Check them out. I've heard our jobs pay well, and on the off chance that's not what you're looking for, well, I can't really help you then.
你能跟我详细说说任务版吗？还有可以去哪找任务版？
Many different parties use the mission board to post jobs for freelancers and the like. For example, the Trade Authority uses them to post
但
cargo
是我的
hauling
船没
jobs.
有运送的
You'll
东西。
usually find mission boards in bars, typically ones nearest spaceport.
特殊生
You
意
might
是
be able
吧
to find them elsewhere, but that's your best bet.
Even in the well, the Trade Authority continues to flourish. Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Dealing in art is more exciting than one would think. Shh! Are you crazy? Keep your damn voice down.
你打算怎么处理这幅画？
Buy low, sell high. I'm sure there's a wealthy banker in New Atlantis that will greatly
猜
appreciate
到
what
了，
you
一
just
定是违
delivered
禁
to me.
品。You lied to me.
Get off your high horse. I didn't trick you. You're just not very observant. What do you have to complain about? You're getting paid? Everything went smoothly.
但是
No
你
one
骗
got
了我
hurt.。It's all part of the game, my friend. It pays to get your hands a little bit dirty.
确
It
实是，
pays very, very well.
但
But I
是你骗了
digress.
我。
Thank you for your discretion. Now that our little transaction is complete, I should be on my way. Take care, and let's
行
not
吧。
talk about this again. Goodbye.
Don't mind me. Just a weary man, resting his feet. It's a quaint shop, isn't it? I like it here.
又是漫长的一天，对吗？
Maybe a little, but that's not such a bad thing, is it? Better than all the noise and attention topside, if you ask me.
你在这里做什么？
Oh, Henrik is an old friend of mine. I help out around here from time to time. But I don't just loiter around.
你在做什么
I'm
工作的
involved
时
in
候？
my own business endeavor as well.
我想跟你做比较。
Unfortunately, I'm quite old-fashioned. I only deal with associates that I know and trust. But if you do a small favor for me, I might feel comfortable opening my business up to you.
你卖什么的
All
呀
you need to do is pick up a package from Red Mile and deliver it to
红
me.
里取个包
You
裹，
don't even need to interact with anyone.
包裹里有什么？
The contents are of no interest to you, and they're not contraband if that's what
真的
you're
吗？
wondering. If you're uncomfortable doing this favor, you're free to decline.
飞船没有隐藏货箱哦。
I'm not at liberty to discuss that yet, but I assure you, it's quite lucrative. Fantastic. I eagerly await your return. Stay out of trouble.
下雪。包裹在这种地方。
The sooner you get that
那我
package,
现在船上没
the
有空间
sooner
啊。
we can do business.
这是你要的那个包裹，拿来了。
Ah, excellent. I see you've held up your end of the bargain, so I'll do the same. Salina's Hardware is now
武器行。
open for business. I'll unlock the door for you. Feel free to come around and peruse my wares anytime.
No, Lord. Can't say I'll have what you need, but you're welcome to look.
看到我能在深井区找到一家电子产品店。
That's so. Think folks down here are too poor to afford electronics. Not the first time I heard that line. Yeah, I get that kind of attitude far too often. You find yourself with any more commentary, feel free to keep it to yourself.
抱歉，我没别的意思。
It's fine. Just maybe give things an extra thought before you let them roll right out of your
Sorry，
mouth.
最近买的东西不多。
Nope. No question, business has been slow lately. Not too worried, though. Managed to make ends meet for a good long while. Don't expect that to change now. Stop by anytime.
You won't find anything at Enric's. That place is where good selection goes to die.
说深井区吗？
You want food? Go to K's. You want an attitude? Try Jake's. You want to feel empty inside? Get your bags and move in. Seriously though, this place is half doom and all gloom, which is precisely why I'm leaving.
说的对，这地方让人消沉。
Yeah, the only saving grace is you stay here long enough, you forget about the smell.
你是飞行员？
I'm working on it, taking the UC Vanguard exams, saving up for my own ship. You know how it works. It's just taking a little longer than I expected.
这些目标的确得多花点时间。
Yeah, but I ain't getting any younger, and every day in the whale is like 4 days topside.
飞行员很惨。
Damn, hotshot. What are you doing down here then? This is the last place I'd be.
这些长的人大多数不会离开。
Only because they're all a bunch of quitters whose only goal is to make it to the weekend. I got plans. I got ambition. All I need is a shot.
Captain, now that you are a member of Constellation, I am at your service. No additional protocols necessary. Also, given the likelihood that you will be out in unsettled space, it might be beneficial to go over exploration outpost development.
好
In
的，
case you
建哨
ever
站。
need to build a base for field research.
你为群星组织工作多久了，瓦斯克？
I arrived along with many material goods purchased by the group's previous chair, Malcolm Livingstone. Despite several significant system replacements and upgrades, I have been online for 43 years.
你想巴雷特吗？
My primary function has been to support and protect Barrett during his travels. I am currently unable to do so.
嗯，你
That
现在
is
跟着
as
我来
capable
了。
as I can be of missing anyone.
想
I
念。
believe Barrett would find your question amusing.
保护巴雷特一定很有挑战性吧？
Barrett has, thus far, survived every mission on which we have embarked. It is therefore evident that my efforts have been successful. I suspect that Barrett would disagree with how necessary my intervention has been in any given situation.
建立前哨站，你是什么意思？
The exploration of an unknown planet can be a major undertaking. By building an outpost, you will be able to construct scanning equipment, resource extractors, and defenses. It is even possible to set up multiple outposts capable of manufacturing, allowing you to build advanced equipment.
我怎么知道行星上是不是有我需要的资
A
源？
planetary scan will reveal the presence of key inorganic resources, although rarer elements will be harder to find without training. And while a scan may detect the presence of life on a planet, you will have to analyze the native plants and animals yourself to know what compounds they produce.
能够建立哪些高级设施呢？
The scan booster is the most obvious, as it will enable you to detect landmarks and other points of interest from further away. Beyond that, extractors will allow you to collect raw materials of various types, while fabricators enable the manufacturing. A particularly prosperous outpost may even warrant the construction of cargo links, allowing you to share resources between other outposts you have built.
好的，听上去很有用。我下次降落到某个星球上的时候会试试看的。
The blueprints you need to construct an outpost should already be on your watch. It will automatically connect to any available materials for construction
我要
in
我
your
手动
ship's
运回去。
cargo.
好的，谢谢你，马斯克。
Your father dropped by.
我爸
He left a note for you.
我爸什么时候来的？哪呢？哦，爸爸，哎，亲爱的巧克力，不知道你有没有空回家一趟？我有话要对你说，不是什么急事，就是想见见你，老爸。你好，你好 ，Hello。
What? Well,
Hello, Baba.
Honey, we got ourselves a visitor. I'll get the coffee brewing.
Oh, my
Hello,
God.
Mama.
Oh, you about gave me a heart attack.
Not that we're not thrilled to see you, daughter, but I thought you were under contract with Argos
嗯，
Extractors.
确实，
Is everything all right?
也还好啊，更好。我现在在群星组织工作了。
Well, I'll be. Constellation? Is this one of those candid camera vids? A joke?
No.
My child is a member of Constellation. I just knew you were special. Didn't I always say that? That you were meant for great things? Great things.
你知道群星组织，我从没听你说起过。
Well, I know what I've read about in the news. The Explorers. Years ago, there was a stretch where Constellation was in fashion. People would gossip about them all the time. I must say it's been a while since I've heard anything about them, though. Glad to know they're still around.
每个母亲都说自己的孩子是特别的那一个，不过也许你是对的。
Oh, say again? I should record that and play it back. Mom, you were right. Oh, but you didn't give me any notice. If I'd known I'd have your favorite meal in the oven. And your room is just a mess. Although that's how you left it.
Easy, honey. Let the girl catch her breath. Why don't you settle in? You know you're always welcome.
哦 ，Hello， 父母。第一次回家哎。哦，这是谁？哦，这是我最想要的啊，玩具狗。哦，它有声音，好可爱啊！来自妈妈的背包留言，我听一下。我把你以前高中时的书包补好了，就跟新的一样，里面的口袋也太多了，其中一个口袋里面还有个烂苹果，弄得反正现在干净了。我知道你已经长大了，但这个背包是市面上最强的收纳神器，说不定你在阿克斯还能用得上哦。要是不用了，就跟我说一声，我去把它捐了。爱你的妈妈，谢谢妈妈。高中背包，哇，额外容量，哇，我的背包居然还有这种功能，好强啊！哇，好可爱，毛绒玩具银河喵。
What? Who?
Flamenco. Or we could do salsa.
I told you, my left feet have left feet.
The activity will do you good.
But dancing? I mean, couldn't we, I don't know, do
Oh, yes. Anything.
All right. Dancing it is. But something beginner-friendly. Like fit for a toddler.
Constellation sounds magical. Like a storybook.
兰花商人，我爱你。兰花商人说：“我也爱你，我最亲爱的。”维琴茶回答道：“但我们的激情能持续多久？我们的家人永远都不会同意我们的结合。”不会的，我最亲爱的维琴茶，不会的。他说着，把一朵兰花插在她美丽的黑发里。我们根本不需要他们的同意。卡丽塔·卡尔于2325年出版的《兰花商人》，如今成为了定居新系历史上最畅销的言情小说之一。霓虹城帮派文化。尽管霓虹城被誉为定居新系群首屈一指的娱乐之城，但也是众多犯罪、恶棍和各种渣子的家园。一部分不满于现状的人只是独自走在大街上，以迷路走远的游客为猎物。但最糟糕的罪犯是有组织的团体，他们为了共同的犯罪事业而聚集在一起。其中最糟糕的当然是邪家会，这是一个敢于公开炫耀自己名字的犯罪集团，据传与霓虹城市长本杰明·巴尤有关联。甚至有传受市长亲手掌控。当然，还有规模较小但同样危险的街头帮派、潮洛区枪炮帮和门徒会。和大多数帮派一样，成员都以自己是家人而自豪，但真正能让他们感兴趣的是在街道上大开杀戒。卡卢·卢皮诺的著作《霓虹城帮派文化研究》以邪家会、潮洛区枪炮帮和门徒会为重点，深入剖析霓虹城帮派和犯罪组织。他未能征求书中对象的合作，卢皮诺在这本书出版后不久就人间蒸发了，从此音讯全无。这应该是没了。
I still can't believe it. Constellation. The stories make them seem so exotic, so, well, romantic almost. How is it for real?You liking it?
真的都很好，我只希望我够资格。
Don't you worry yourself about that. All your life, you've been just this mess of potential waiting for a chance. Your number's finally been called, and the settled systems had better be ready for you. I've got some news of my own. You are now officially looking at a retiree. Taught my final class last Thursday. The faculty threw me a party and everything. It's too bad you weren't here then. You could have had some cake.
你觉得你会怀念吗？
Teaching?I'll miss some of it. Occasionally, I got a student that I could really connect with and make a difference. Those are the ones that kept me going. It didn't matter if they tested well, if it lit a passion in them. That's the stuff. But most of the time, no. I won't miss it at all.
恭喜老爸，这所大学能够拥有你很幸运。
I gave it my good old college try. You see what I did there? Enough about that.Anything you want to talk about before you have to go? I mean, stay. Stay as long as you like, but I imagine you're all excited to get to discovering.
最近过得怎么样？
Retirement's treating me well, but there are some days I almost missed the class from. Don't say anything to your mom about this, but she got some work done at Enhance. She keeps looking younger every day.
现在科技确实可以拉年
Not
轻。
that I mind.
你们需要什么吗？
You know, it's supposed to be us taking care of you, right?
但是我已经长大了。
I'd like to say we'll pay you back the money you sent home. Well, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. More than you know.
有什么打算吗？
Planning a proper, honest-to-goodness vacation. Nothing too fancy. I've been promising your mom a trip for years, and I got no excuses now. Your mother's been sending me links all day about such and such deals and excursions. But it'll be good to get out.Take care, kiddo. Where's the tissue paper?
You don't know where that is?
I knew where it was. Top shelf of the pantry. But it's not there anymore.
No, I moved them to the bottom shelf ages ago.
How do you expect me to know where anything is if you keep moving them all the time?
You should pay attention. Of all the places we've lived, this is my favorite.
你好，妈妈。
I still can't get over you being here.And it's not even Mother's Day. So, I gotta ask, is there anyone special in your life? With you being in Constellation now, I imagine you are quite the catch.
没什么可报告的。
Just so you know, your dad cannot wait to be a grandpa. So don't keep him or me waiting too long. I know. I won't get into more right now.Well,
now I see that it's true. Mothers have an irresistible urge to interfere in their children's love life.
I know you didn't live in this apartment long, but I want you to consider this your home away from home. Your bed is always yours, no questions asked. I mean, well, I will ask questions, but you can stay here no matter the answers.
为什么你们从不安顿下来？
It's complicated. Maybe one day I'll get into it. But neither of us mind moving. I think we both have a bit of nomad in us. I think, though, New Atlantis is our forever home.
我感激不尽。
No bother at all. Stay as long as you like. Anything you want to talk about, dear?
你们现在在做什么？
Now that we're both retired, you mean? I keep trying to push your father to do things. Dance lessons, vacation, take some courses. I'm really interested in early colonial art. But he's just happy as a clam reading in his chair for hours. Wants to know the history of every little thing. It's nice to have time to do both, though.
有什么八卦吗？
Well, one of your old classmates made junior VP at Gal Bank. Their father was bragging for hours. Can't wait to tell him about Constellation.
你们有没有想过搬去更便宜一点地方？新亚特兰蒂斯城消费都很高。
Oh, ain't that the truth? With both of our pensions, we still couldn't afford it. But with what you send home, well, we get by. And of all the places we've lived, New Atlantis is just so full of culture and life. I missed you so much, darling. Sandra contacted me again.
Ugh.
They still want you to consult, don't they?
They are not used to anyone saying no.
Do you regret it?
Not one bit. When I go to sleep, I got a clean conscience. Working for them, it would be hard to look myself in the mirror. You are still all right with that? The signing bonus alone.
I love you all the more for